Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome again. It's Lord Thraith, and welcome to another episode of Space Engineers. Now, I have been trying. I will be very honest with you, ladies and gentlemen. I've been trying for the last few days to do a video showing a new single survival, and I have failed miserably. And the reason I failed miserably is because every time I start to get anywhere, the system the server either disappears or something happens, and the net result being is the whole thing goes south on me. Now, I'd be very, very honest with you, this is getting very, very frustrating for me in that regards, because obviously I'm trying to do a single survival. One of the things I'm trying to do is I am trying to do it in an environment which everybody else plays, which is multiplayer. And as you can see, if we keep doing this, I'm not doing backwards. If you look to the left, I'm just standing. And what we have here is literally a fault with multiplayer. And it's I think that's the collision box. Yeah, it was the collision box for that bloody thing. Yeah, what's happened here is we are literally encountering problems with multiplayer, with the system. Also, one of the other problems we're facing is that despite everything that I can do, multiplayer just doesn't seem to want to work properly. Now, I know a lot of you are facing the same sort of thing, and to be truthful, it's got to the point where it's becoming very, very annoying. I can't do the single survival series in that regard, because every time I do, either the server I'm playing on disappears, or we keep encountering this thing where I'm trying to move forward, or the PC will freeze up and I will be heading into the ground at 1.1 whatever meters per second, and the next thing you know, the PC will freeze up for about 10 seconds whilst it's trying to sort out its connection to the server, and the machine or whatever it is I'm flying will crash into the ground, and it's a pain in the bum because you literally cannot do anything. Now, as you can see, I'm trying to fly forward sometimes, and because of this latency with the server, wherever it may be, we have a problem with it. So, what am I doing today? Well, I'm going to start another single survival series, and I did say to you that I was going to do one which was going to show you how to fight the pirates and whatnot, and that is exactly what I'm going to do, but it will not be on multiplayer. As much as I'd love to do it through a server, much as I would love to do it in multiplayer, because everybody else, does stuff like that, either I'm choosing the bad servers, or we're getting some very, very bad problems with servers in that regard. So what we're going to do, or what I'm going to do rather, I'll just quickly show it. This is a player. This is P versus P, player versus player, multi-server. You can find it on the server list. It is there. It's a hard one, I must admit that. You don't have the normal standard lander. You have a different lander, one that's filled with atmospheric engines, but it's a small ship, literally a very small ship. I think it's one that the guys have introduced. It contains no med bay, no nothing like that. You have the parts with you, and you have to build it, and you have to work out how you're going to do something. So, which is why we have this fanciful system here, where we've got a large grid rotor, small grid head, and we have 4 batteries, because at the beginning that was the only way I could supply power to this particular grid, or this particular base. As you can see, I've managed to build up we've got enough. If I just go into here, we go into the inventory. As you can see, I've managed, thanks to the miner, I've managed to gain a lot of uranium now. This is over 305 already, and I have ammunition and everything else like that and the thing, but we haven't even started mining yet. What my intent was going to be was literally show you how I was going to do this, but because of the problems I'm having, because the system seems to be the server seems to be disappearing all the time, I can't run a regular series on this. So unfortunately, we're going to have to choose a new one. So if you stand by, I shall set it up, and we'll run a normal single survival. Okay, so bear with me, and we'll be back in a minute.